Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that a bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
So for Toronto right now, DeRozan and Johnson on the wings. Patrick Patterson is out there with Austin. And it's Williams at the point. Now here's Stuckey after the miss from Austin. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 6 points here for George.
And you go back to when the Raptors came into existence in 1995. It was Jurassic Mania, thanks to the hit movie at that time. That influenced the fan vote when it came to the team's name, but I think the Torontosaurus theme may soon go extinct.
Well, you talk about the branding of this Raptors team, the uniforms. Of course, we saw the Toronto-bred rapper Drake in a lot of their games sitting courtside. They had the
and mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Austin.
Maybe not anything spectacular there, but he's not going to complain. Your first basket is your first basket, and you're just happy to be a part of it out there.
Yeah, I would hope he wouldn't complain. He's now officially in the NBA scorebook, and that really, when you think about it, guys, that's an incredible achievement, no matter how it happens or when.
It's Williams with the drive, and Mahimi with the block. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. But they get it back. And George kicks to Stuckey. Dishes it to West. Goes back up. Shot's good. West has got 6 points.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Well, here's a group now that knows how to orchestrate from the wing. The top passing small forwards in the NBA during the past 10 games. 5th best, Paul George.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes they really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. After taking the first matchup with them, he wants his team to be even more assertive on the offensive end. He told me, I feel we can have our way on offense. Get them into matchups that they don't like and find points that way. It's what helped in our first meeting. Let's see if they can do it again here, guys.
Thanks for filling us in, Doris. And not too surprising that their offensive approach will be a major focus.
Yeah, that's what I would expect, Kevin. I mean, this is a team that really hangs its hat on its offensive execution.
But, guys, that can't be the sole focus. They can't forget to defend.
Here's Stuckey. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Johnson outside. Feeds to Austin. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in opponent field goal percentage. First in opponent points per game. And they also show up in the top 5 in not giving up the ball. This is a low turnover team. They value possessions, and they really concentrate on taking care of the rock.
Hey, Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, number one in the league and field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothered. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another. Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
Hill passes to West. Nice defense from Austin. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Detroit Pistons.
And they really got after it defensively throughout that entire game. All the turnovers they forced tell that story.
Yeah, and that was a major factor, Steve. I mean, the more turnovers they cause, the more they seem to rattle those guys.
Austin showing him he really belongs. And here's Indiana. They're on a 14-5 run here. Stuckey, and it's blocked by Johnson. Now Williams looking for his first basket still in this one. Now here's Patterson. Pass to Johnson. Inside, here's Austin. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on David West.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They're in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. Scola comes in for David West. Donald Sloan's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Watson in for Hill. The Raptors also changing it up. Johnson, he's checked in for Patterson. Ross comes in for Johnson. And it's Vasquez in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Hibbert. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. With the Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that team have doubled up since 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now.
Here's a look at some stats for Grievous Vasquez. How last month turned out for him. He's getting around 4 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort. You can see him getting better over time.
Yeah, I like the fact that every time he comes off the bench, he's learning something valuable and really adding to his game.
Here's Ross. Rebounded by Luis.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Watson dishes to George. Power down with both hands.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Watson with it. Williams picks him up. Watson kicks to Scola. Inside to Hibbert. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 14.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Vasquez kicks to Ross. The feed now to Williams. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Here's Austin, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
Watson kicks to Sloan. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Sloan's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
1:09 left here in the opening quarter. To the wing right side. Austin with it. He's against Hibbert. Puts up the baby hook. And it's good once more. Nice make there from Austin. Austin's got 10 points.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Scola passes to Watson. It's blocked. Pass to Vasquez. Now here's Austin, guarded by Scola. And here's Austin. Puts it up from 7, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Sloan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
They're shooting extremely well from the free throw line now.
The Pacers have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
Scola at the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 13. Vasquez kicks to Williams. Draws on the wing. Takes a 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
For 3.
The 3 from George. The long distance 3 is buried. George has got 11 points. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard.
Coming up.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter. As our second. Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. West comes in for Luis Scola. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Donald Sloan. And George Hill's subbed in for C.J. Watson. A new group in now for the Raptors. Austin, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Amir Johnson. James Johnson's checked in for Ross. And it's DeRozan in for Vasquez. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Close game as we wrap up.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. We've done a nice job of getting everyone involved in the offense. Our passing has been heads up and unselfish. That's something I'd like to see even more of. I'll say this for us, though. Our shots...
Here we go now.